Time now, 7:42. The 4th of July is just days away, and as many of us will spend a lot of time outdoors celebrating, bugs will want to crash the party. Exterminator Dwayne Dunbar joins us live here at Television Park to explain how we can declare our independence from pests. Dwayne, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
And you've brought some interesting items here that can help us enjoy our time outside without the pests pesting us.
Exactly. And I think that's important too. Prevention outside is where it kind of all starts. These are some inside things, but I do want to mention something about our children out there when they're having some beverages. Adults too, is bees and wasps get into various containers, so have something with a lid on it and a straw.
Like this tumbler, like if you can see, I'm going to point it toward the camera, that it has a top that nothing can fly in or that kind of thing, and you can still get all the great beverage out. Oh, we got the overhead camera, so you can see it here that it, it covers the top. Right.
The other thing too is on the exterior of your home is let's remove debris around the house. Old tires, various instruments that are going to be attracted. Pests are going to be attracted to moisture. And this time of the year, it's damp, it's warm, so we want to make sure to keep the screens in our houses, make sure they're full or free of holes, and everything is sealed up to where our pests can't really gain access into the homes.
And that's the point. You want to make sure that you can cut off that access to them, because if they can get in, that's when they'll bother you.
Exactly. And the pests are supposed to be outside. So let's just keep them outside. And this time of the year, also with the mosquitoes, make sure that you don't have breeding grounds for mosquitoes. It's hard to eliminate all the mosquitoes, but I think what we can do as consumers is do a much better job of keeping the stagnant water away from our structures and keep the mosquitoes a little bit farther away from so we can enjoy, let's take back the outdoors, if you will.
Right, and by doing that, we can also prevent West Nile and the new chikungunya virus, which is kind of catching on now as well.
Exactly. Yeah, decreasing your exposure is really what's going to help to prevent those.
Now, what else can we do outside?
Well, what else we can do is, I think periodically, we as professionals, we do an annual inspection at least once a year. We just kind of walk around the house and do an evaluation and looking for areas to where it's possible where we have cracks and various things. And I'd like to have a professional come out there and do an evaluation for you. But really, a lot of it comes down to maybe a little more just being observant and eliminating those harborage areas or those areas where pests really where they want to live.
Like trash cans as well. That's one thing a lot of people don't think about. And if you have firewood outside, that's also a big thing too. And you don't think about that in the summer.
No, you don't, because you're not using it in the summer, but then it may become a food source for termites, actually. So the termites are going to get in the firewood and start to destroy it. You get other pests that may in fact nest in the firewood, and then in the fall you bring it in, and guess what you bring in with you?
The pests.
You bring in the pests right with you.
Now, there are also things you can do inside too.
Yeah, on the inside, we want to make sure you're using like sealed containers. So, so make sure they're clean. A good sealed container is just an example of one to where the pests can't get into it. Also, garbage cans. Make sure that make sure that trash is being in a bag and being taken out at least once a week. Keeping as simple as insects can be attracted to moisture. So as simple as keeping that sink dry. Keeping the countertops clean and so on. So that'll really help.
Just be cleanly. Cleanliness.
Exactly.
Next to godliness.
That's right.
The whole thing says. And there are some more ways that you can do things inside. Like you mentioned, rinsing food containers and storing the food in sealed containers and countertops and the sink and everything. This is one thing that a lot of people, we take for granted in a way, because we think about some of these items that we can spray, but then sometimes they don't always work.
That's right. And realistically, as an industry, we're trying to make more and more of a softer footprint on the environment. So we really would like to go ahead and use less and less of the sprays. And really, when you get right down to it, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And by the homeowners taking care and working with the environment to make sure that debris is not there, that we don't have trash laying around, and we keep ourselves inside the house, kind of tidy.
Right.
It really goes a long way into eliminating pests.
Okay. All right. Dwayne Dunbar, Mr. Exterminator Extraordinaire. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Right. Thank you, Dion.
All right. Some great tips there. Okay. We'll be right back.